Hi, my name's Danyah Miller. I'm a storyteller and a story trainer. Welcome to this autumn session where I want to share with you some of the songs and rhymes that I might use with very little children during the autumn so that they can enjoy these before we gather together for a story. And in fact, if you piece these rhymes and songs together, they can create their own story. What I'll also do is tell you some of why and how I use these stories with young children. And this comes from my experience of working in parent and toddler groups, in children's centres, schools, and also in home settings. There was a wise woman who once said to me, "Danyah, less words, more gesture." So when I first meet the children, what I'll often do is say very little, but maybe just gesture and sing them into a gathering, like this. Who will come into my small ring and make it a little bit bigger? Who will come into my small ring and make it a little bit bigger? What I always do is sing over and over again until the children have arrived in the ring. And then when I do the songs and rhymes, I will always repeat them twice, maybe 3 times sometimes, because it allows the children to listen, to take it in, and then to be able to join me. I think it was Confucius who said, "I hear, I forget. I see, I remember. I do, I understand." And that's where gesture is also really, really important. So for example, down is the earth and up is the sky. These are my friends and here am I. 2 eyes to see, 2 ears to hear, 2 feet to walk and run. These are my hands. Give yours to me. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Again, I would repeat that twice. And if I wasn't using the gesture, it would take the children a lot longer to learn those words. But with gesture, the words, the language go in very quickly. How about doing it in another language? En bas, c'est la terre. En haut, c'est le ciel. Voici, c'est tous mes amis. Et ici, c'est moi. 2 yeux pour voir, 2 oreilles pour écouter, 2 pieds pour marcher et courir. Celui-ci sont mes mains. Me donnez le vôtre. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour. And sometimes the children will join in absolutely immediately with the gesture. And when I go to the 2 feet, you get some children who go racing off and running around the circle. And then, of course, I can call them back with my hands. These are my hands. Give yours to me. Good morning, everyone. And now we're ready for our adventure. The trees are green and the apples are red. They hang so high above our head. Leave them alone till frosty weather, then they'll all fall down together. The trees are green and the nuts are brown. They hang so high and they won't fall down. Leave them alone till frosty weather, then they'll all fall down together. And the children love to fall down to the ground, to stretch themselves out like a tree. And it helps, really, really works on their imagination so that they can see the leaves and the apples and the nuts all cascading down to the ground. We're very lucky in this country, aren't we, that our seasons are so rich and varied. And it's wonderful to work with these songs in each season. So I will use the same songs and rhymes day by day, week by week, and then as the season progresses, I'll drop some of the songs and add new ones, which build a whole repertoire and a whole bank of imagination and language for the children. It also means that we don't get too bored either as adults, that we can take different songs and different rhymes as we go through the season. Squirrel Nutkin has a coat of brown. the loveliest coat in woodland town. Two bright eyes look out to see where the sweetest nuts could be. Squirrel Nutkin has a coat of brown, the loveliest coat in woodland town. Two bright eyes look out to see where the sweetest nuts could be. I am a pumpkin, big and round. Once upon a time I grew in the ground. Now I have two eyes, a mouth, a nose. What are they there for, do you suppose? With a candle inside shining bright, I'm a jack-o'-lantern on Halloween night. There are so many songs and rhymes for each of the seasons, and what I try to do is learn 2 or 3 songs each season, and then I have them under my belt and I can add them and vary what I'm doing with the children. And it's just so delightful to work with them in this way. So you can go right the way through the autumn, from harvest to the cold, cold Halloween nights. There's some brilliant songs and rhymes for that period of time. Lots of finger games. Just explore and find them for yourself. I really would say to enjoy and to experiment. And remember, each song, do it 2 or 3 times and you'll really reap the benefits from that. Little snail, on the rock you leave your trail. Carry your house upon your back. It takes so long to get there and back. Little snail, little snail. Oh, very shy. Little snail, on the rock you leave your trail. Carry your house upon your back. It takes so long to get there and back. Little snail, little snail. Oh, very shy. Trot along, my little pony, though the road is rough and stony. Trot along, my little pony, you may go much faster. Trot along, my little pony, though the road is rough and stony. Trot along, my little pony, you may go much faster. Trot along, my little pony, though the road is rough and stony. Trot along, my little pony, you may go much faster. Way! And you can do this really, really quickly, slowly, over and over again. I mean, do you remember when you were little how you wanted your stories to be repeated over and over? It's how the children learn, isn't it? And it's such fun to be able to vary the speed. And of course, now what we're doing is we're taking them home. They've had this wonderful, wonderful adventure out in nature, and now they're coming home. Polly, put the kettle on, Polly, put the kettle on, Polly, put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. The children are home and safe now, having had their adventure. And how I build the session is that I will have some songs and rhymes that are really breathing out, fast and active and full of gesture, and then others that are drawing in and quiet and gentle, little snail or down is the earth, so that they can breathe in again. So there's the gesture of out and in, and all the metaphor language, all the imaginative words and language that, if repeated, then starts to come through in the children's own play, in their own writing and expression. I hope you've enjoyed this session from the autumn, and next time I will bring some winter songs and rhymes and talk more about the imagination. But I'm just going to leave you with one more thought, that the little children who are just 2, 3 and 4 years old, remember that they've only seen snowdrops push through the earth maybe once or twice. They'll probably not remember when they're very tiny. So the whole world is incredibly magical. We don't need to add things to it. We just need to take them out into the park, into nature, so that they can experience the awe and wonder of the world. And the songs and rhymes help to experience that, to open our eyes as well as theirs to the beauty of the natural world around us. Down is the earth and up is the sky. These are my friends, and here am I. Goodbye now, goodbye now, goodbye to everyone.